Welcome to Stars and Scopes with your friend Uma. Now the moon is full in Pisces and Mercury goes retrograde in Libra on Saturday the 10th of September. So I thought rather than let the messages get lost in astrological translation, it'd be better if we sat cross-legged in my room with a candle in our jammies and I gave you a good old-fashioned tarot reading instead. Let's drop into our intuition. Let's explore dreamland together and let's get Pisces. Let's get psychic. If you'd like to support the work, you can always head over to buymeacoffee.com/UmaRuby and put some money in the tip jar. But other than that, relax and let's see what happens. Temperance has come out for a few different signs, Virgo. The card of Temperance is a reminder to balance the different elements within us. In this card, it's water and fire, so it's that idea of balancing our passion and our drive and our fire with our emotional capacity, with our sensitivity. And never for a moment are you required to do one or the other. It's always a balance. It's always a balance of both, which is really good message for a moment when Mercury has gone retrograde in Libra. Libra is all about balance in relationships and equality and justice and things like that. And that's often a part of life that you will thrive in when you feel a sense of equality and fairness. That's a very Virgo thing to want to attain. So as I look at the rest of your reading, it kind of feels that there's something that you've had to put a real boundary on. You've had to step away and leave a space of emotional turbulence. And in that way, it's kind of not, there's sort of something maybe less tempered about this, but this has been a sort of exit, hasn't it? There's been a shift. But as I look at the rest of your reading, I can explain that perhaps we're coming back into some sort of alignment. You were right, it was something that you had to do. You had to cut this energy off. You had to move away from it, and you had to move away from it now. There's no sense in going down with somebody else's ship if they're going to be overly demonstrative and what am I trying to say? Irresponsible with your safety as well. You know, it's it's what you do, Virgo, is you are there for people, for folks that are, if they're in trouble, then you're there in a heartbeat, you know. But some people have a very difficult time seeing past the end of their own needs or seeing past the end of their own noses, and can be really irresponsible with the feelings of others. So in this way, I see you moving away from this emotional snag, this emotional whirlpool, this hot tub, to take a moment and to kind of, with these, you know, the 6 swords of truth, the six perceptions that you have at the moment of the situation, to move away to somewhere much flatter and clearer, so you can take a breath and take a moment to review. That's really what I see here. There's an energy in yours that is kind of like youthful. They're really it's a young, vibrant sort of energy. It's someone who was raised with really intelligent folks around, folks that use their brain. And this individual has benefited greatly from that. They're almost kind of watching you, is something that I have a sense of. They're watching you and waiting in order to contribute or to share something. You know, they hold another sword of truth above their heads. They're in waiting to connect with you. They don't have all of the answers just yet, and perhaps they're sort of giving you some space too, because they can see where you've moved away from. What I get though is like big Cancer energy coming your way pretty quick. The Chariot is all Cancer energy. The Chariot is our, if you remember, like your first experience of feeling, your first experience of love, and what kind of momentum that had, and how you charged ahead with that in mind, that sense of, oh, I'm feeling, oh, my feelings, and that moving forward to closer to the source of those feelings. There is something, what I'm seeing here is you've compartmentalized the mentality of this particular situation with the emotions. So you've set them aside, you've sort of subdivided them, which is probably why the Temperance card has come in, because it's now time probably to start melding those together to kind of alchemize and work with both of them. Let your feelings inform your perception, and let your intelligence inform your body as well. Some emotional literacy might be really good to sort of talk through this energy here. I'm looking at this young one. Could be a child. It could be it could be a student of some sort as well. Someone who's just learning about something that could be of benefit, that could be of help, but they're watching you at the moment, and they're taking it in, and they recognize what you've been through, what you've had to move away from, and they're waiting to work with you on this. I'm going to pull some more cards because there's more to be discovered. So, Spirit, what can you tell me about Temperance? Why is Temperance here? So I got the Four of Cups in reverse. Got the Hierophant in reverse, and I got the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, yeah, okay. Choppier water than I thought, maybe, Virgo. There's something, there's an emotional irresponsibility here. You're moving away from someone who is an emotional wreck, and perhaps in some ways, from your perspective, from your vantage point, kind of predatory in that way, kind of a succubus in some way, sort of drawing people in with their emotional using emotional blackmail, maybe, is something that's coming out for me here. They're not incredibly intelligent. They think that they are, and they think that they're on some sort of parapet, some sort of lectern, giving the good word, giving the good sermon, but what they're saying is really unstable. And you have, maybe in the past, you've sort of taken more than you should. You've accepted another burden upon burden upon burden from this person, and which has led to, obviously, this want to move ahead. Okay, so tell me more about this Page of Swords. Where can we find some support here? Because I see this page as like a help. We've got the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, so you don't have to do anything just at the moment. You don't have to action anything just yet, if that's what you're thinking, Virgo. I've got the Ace of Cups. That's nice. Oh, okay. I've got quite a lot here, but I think that we'll take them. I got the Moon, and I got Death, and I got the King of Pentacles in reverse. So the time to connect, or the time to communicate, to find this page, think about it. There's young, youthful energy. There's someone, and they appear to be watching you. So in some way they're supporting you, but with their, their eyes are wide open. They can see an unhealthy relationship, is what I'm picking up here. This King of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is very irresponsible with their material access. You know, they're not very good with money. They're not very good with sustaining their lifestyle, and they rely on a lot of other people. And this page can see that too. There's an ending here that's coming on up. There's sort of like, so the death card brings about the finish of something in order for a regeneration and something to start again. We've got the moon, which is this reading is for the Pisces full moon, and that is affecting your 7th house of intimate relationships and business relationships and soulmates. So perhaps in some way this energy, this emotional labor that you're being met with time and again, it perhaps falls into that 7th house for you. There could be something there. It could be someone that you work with. It could be someone that is, at a time, it was the two of you. Is that something to think about? You don't have to do anything at the moment, Virgo, and you're probably being encouraged to not do anything right now, because in this page, as young as they are, there's support here because they've got it all Rolodexed away. They've got all of the info, all of the reality, sort of scanned and stored away. They're very intelligent, this energy. They're very smart. And so they're going to aid you in, not that you have to defend yourself or anything like that, because this is sort of like an active moving away from a bad situation or a negative energy, but they're going to support you in that idea of that being the right thing to do. And they also love you very much too. I have this Ace of Cups here. There's an emotional connection to this page. You love them as well, and you don't have to feel guilty. Yeah, you don't have to feel guilty about your decisions, because what they're wanting to connect with you and tell you and let you know is that they love you very much. That's that sort of psychic connection, isn't it? They love you and they love you heaps, and they know why, and they've got more to tell you when the time is right. But you don't have to do anything right now. Don't consider this reading as some sort of warning that disaster is striking, like the 3 of Wands in reverse might say to us, like, hold up, like, take a chill pill, like, just settle for the moment. Tantamount to that, we've got the Chariot. So why is the Chariot here, please, Spirit? What is going on here with this Chariot? The World in reverse. Oh, wow. Okay, so the 2 of Swords and the King of Swords. Yeah, this isn't over yet. Yeah, if that makes any sense. This isn't over yet, and now isn't the time to bring it on home. There's a lot to be said for this 2 of Swords. So this is where Mercury is right now in the zodiac at 8 degrees of Libra. That's represented by the 2 of Swords. When Mercury is retrograde, as it is now, it went retrograde on this full moon. It's a moment to sit in stillness. You've got the truth of the matter all around you, many perspectives, many options, many ways to go. But the blindfold isn't bondage, it's stillness. It's using the other senses. It's actually extra perception. And I think that that's probably what you're being encouraged to call upon here. The King of Swords, Cat Power, Chan Marshall energy, that really intelligent humanitarian side of you is going to come out. You're going to, when you really needed to get away from the emotion of it all because it was really hurting you, and you're allowed to react from your emotional body from time to time, Virgo. It's not illegal. You can do that. You can react from emotions, and you can save your and preserve your strength and protection, and not have to deal with other people's hot tub all the time. you're going to come back to a space where you are centered and recollected. This actually might also be somebody else. You know, I've got that page here. Well, here's the king. So they might be working together. You know, you've got support from more than just, you don't have to fix this by yourself, I think is what this reading is saying. You've actually got support from both sides, from people that have been observing and people that are going to be able to know what to do next and what's the best thing to do and how the best way to move forward. Yeah, the best way to move forward. Yeah, so at this Pisces full moon, you know, it's in the 7th house for you, Virgo, so let go some of those psychic bonds that maybe that are clogging you up, that you don't need anymore. Because it's worked you up to this point where you've had to cut and run, and now you're starting to feel guilty, and that's what this reading is for. It's to let you know that you mustn't feel guilty. It's okay. It's okay. You did what you had to do. So give it back, and then we can work from there. Yeah. That's your reading, Virgo. Bye.